Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk with Bauer. I am Josh JBauerart, your host, and this is episode number 7, and we are in the early parts of June. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening, all that good stuff. Hopefully you are watching on Facebook Live with us. If not, you can tune in every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. at facebook.com/JBauerart to watch live and be a part of the conversation like all these awesome people in here, like my darling wife who's just singing la 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 la, and the awesome Kyle Nunez over in Holland, and Terry MacGyver in Ireland. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you missed it last week, episode 6, I had my awesome brothers when we were in North Carolina in the Outer Banks. My two brothers joined the show. We had a little bit of fun, a little bit of craziness. It was actually Corey's first time being on a podcast. Jesse's been on a podcast here and there a couple of times. But yeah, we had a nice little fun discussion, talked about random things, everything that was going on in the week, and all that good stuff. So please tune into that. But I actually announced it last week, and I'll remind everybody this week. You can catch me on a bunch of podcast sites now. The first 3 episodes of Talk with Bauer are up and live and ready to go on a bunch of different podcast sites. You have Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Just type in Talk with Bauer, and I will pop up. You can see I got a nice little cover thing made up for everybody to see, and the episodes are up. I am hopefully going to be dropping the rest of the episodes, probably including this one, by the end of the weekend. I have to actually let them, my internet is so weird and crappy that I have to let it upload overnight. So I want to get up to date. So as soon as I record an episode on a Tuesday night, it can drop on all the podcast sites by Friday morning. Still figuring out when everything's going to drop and all that good stuff. But yeah, and I will get to that in a minute, Terry. Yeah, you guys are actually behind on here. I don't know how to make it work faster over here. This is going to be interesting. Always learning new things, always trying to figure things out. So if I'm a little distracted in this episode, I do apologize, but trying to learn this new Ecamm Live for the live streaming aspect of it. And then we will actually be doing Skype calls, so hopefully those will be really good. We'll be testing it out with some new people starting next week. But again, we got lots to talk about. So basically, this episode is just me talking about things. It's almost back to people that have been following me for a while. It's almost like back to the Artist Weekly Update, and I did those for a good year and a half, doing live painting and talking about my artwork and everything that was going on that week. I kind of wanted to get everybody up to speed of where I'm at in life, what's been going on the last few months, what I have planned coming up, and kind of just a near distant future of what I've got in the works. The only thing I do not see on here is how long I have been running. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now it tells me up there. Cool. And my back is killing me. Holy crap. Ow. If you guys can't tell, hopefully I sound a little bit better tonight. I actually found this old mic that I bought when I first started doing a podcast with my buddy Will called The Creative Hangout, which you can still find on Google Play, I believe. We did almost 100 episodes of that. Hopefully this will last 100 episodes and more. That's a lot of guests I gotta find. But yeah, I'm hoping there's some people that are listening to this that don't even know who I am, that are just trying to find new podcasts to listen to. I know it's the perfect time to find new podcasts. So I am an artist based in the Orlando, Florida area. I have been doing painting and artwork over the past, I think we're on 7 or 8 years now. You may have heard of me as JB Designs, but now I go by JBauerart. And I would travel around different comic book conventions, painting, doing live paintings, doing this, doing that, doing all kinds of good stuff. Worked with groups like Hangin with Web Show, and a variety of other people. And then the pandemic hit. And a mix between the pandemic and kind of being burnt out from artwork, I am trying new and different things. When I was getting into the beginning of this year, I was still feeling that, and many of you guys know, that burnout feeling of the art and everything. Before the pandemic, I wasn't selling much art. I'm always honest with you guys and try to be straight up as possible. And the artwork was not selling. I heard so many excuses, so many things. It was insane with the amount of excuses for people not buying artwork. Then the pandemic hit. How am I going to sell art when I wasn't even selling it before in a freaking pandemic? Not many people have the money or even the jobs to worry about buying art right now. They're trying to keep their homes. They're trying to, keep their lights on. I gotta fix this one. There we go. That's better. I kept seeing the light right in my glasses. People have way more important things to focus on than buying artwork right now, which I totally understand, and I am not mad about. And I think maybe this was kind of a thing to get me a kick in the pants to do something else, something different, something that I've been wanting to do for a while, is to help show off some creative people, my creative friends. I have met a ton of variety of different people through my conventions, through the different things that I've done. I tried to do something like this and get people. I appreciate it, Kyle. Oh, there we go. Now it's not even like there. Okay, not sure what the lighting is. You're lit really well. Background art is fair bit darker. Yeah, it's I will tell you, Terry, it's the new setting too, or the new live thing. It does look a little bit darker. I could try this. Yeah, there's going to be some tweaking, some moving around, some figuring out, but I appreciate all the input, guys. Thank you very much. I am glad the sound is coming out great. That was another thing. I probably won't use the little lapel mic as much because that wasn't picking up my voice enough, and my other mic is just too long and ridiculous. So I'm going to try to do this, and then I may try, if I have an actual guest in studio, to work out where we can both have mics. But I don't think I have to worry about that anytime soon. We're going to keep doing the Skype calls and all that good stuff. So yeah, I used to do a convention for a little while called Ignition Inc., where I was trying to put on my own convention and with a couple of different friends of mine and make that a way for people to check out new art and all that stuff. But when the pandemic hit, we weren't doing much. Like everybody else, I was kind of sitting around. I was still working, but we weren't doing our normal things. I went through for a whole busy, filled, every weekend filled with some kind of event, both Saturday and Sundays, the entire month of April, and it died. And everything disappeared. Hey, Jonathan, good to see you, sir. I plan on having the Patricio and the whole cast of With a Side of Chaos. I was blanking on the name for a minute. I plan on having them in later. I've got a whole list of people that I want to have on the show. So many of my podcast friends that have graciously let me on their show to advertise my artwork, I plan on having them on the show in the very near future. So yeah, definitely they are on the list. But yeah, so I came up. Kind of, this was just a way to entertain myself for the time that we were going to be in like the full lockdown, quarantine, and everything. I thought it would be a cool way to just reach out and chat with people. I did one on Instagram Live because that's where it originally started with Ryan Pemerson, and we had such a great time. And one of the people that I know that watched the show, he was actually really entertained with it, and he goes, dude, that was really good. You did a really good job, and you should think about doing it more. So I thought about it and I said, okay. and I've started this podcast. So most of the time I'm going to try to have a guest on, or maybe a variety of guests. I'm not sure which. I know it'll be hard to get guests on every week. I only have so much of a reach. I do have a nice little list of people that I want on. Some people that I know that I talk to quite a bit. And some have their own shows. Some are artists, some are actors, some are creators, some are cosplayers, a variety of different people that I can have on. And then there's also some creative people that I really want to get on. I really like the ASMR stuff, the where people go and make like the really light little sounds and whisper talk and all that stuff. It's a way for me to keep calm through the day and chill out in the evening time. So I want to talk to an ASMR artist. I want to talk to somebody that has been through the craziness and hell of COVID with their restaurant. I think that would be pretty interesting. Pretty much whoever I can get my hands on, I want to talk to and interview and try to get people out there more and get a different audience and things of that nature. So this is when it comes to the artwork and a variety of different things that I've been doing. This is going to take the front seat. The podcast is one of the main things, or at least even with the logo design. As far as the artwork, we'll talk about that first. The artwork is going to be taking a back seat for a good while. The last time I painted and or live painted was back during CyberCon. I have not picked up a paintbrush since then. It was a mix of a variety of different things. Part of it, the pandemic, some other things that were going on that I don't care to share. And I kind of just got burned out. And I just don't see a point for doing the artwork right now. It may come back. It may not. I don't know. I can tell you I've sold and made more money off of logo creation right now than I have made into... I keep missing all these things. I've made more money with logo creations right now than I have in art in a very long time. So yeah, I think the logo creating and the podcasts are going to be the two main focuses at the moment. The man behind the keyboard. I would love to have Terry on. I would love to just have a conversation with Terry. So maybe I can talk him into that. Or maybe we can make it like a special episode. If we hit so many subscribers or something of that nature, maybe I can talk Terry. And if I can get it where it benefits the show, I'm sure I could get Terry to come on. So we'll figure something out. So yeah, the artwork, the live painting, all that stuff. I haven't even been to a restaurant and eaten yet. Florida's pretty open, but I don't even feel comfortable going and sitting down at a restaurant. We're still ordering out. We're still trying to support our local restaurants and everything like that. But I just haven't felt comfortable sitting down and eating in a restaurant yet. So I don't, and I can't even get a restaurant. Before all this, I couldn't get into a ton of places. How the hell am I going to get them in now to live paint? It's not going to work right now. It is not the best time. And it is time to redirect my creative mind. I did try to stop totally. When the pandemic first started, it kind of threw me off. And I kind of just went, okay, I'm going to quit. I'll be done. I'll just live a normal life and do my thing. That does not work very well. If we get 5 canvases sold, I'll be on. See, Terry's got all the good ideas. So if we sell 5 canvases, Terry will come on to the show. So yeah, I gotta tweak the creativeness. I gotta try to pivot and try something new. I think the podcast is really cool. I've always loved sitting down and chatting on podcasts. I love talking to new people. I love I love getting to interact with different people. I always love sitting into a new podcast. I love being asked on to, repeat podcasts. I've been on Happy Hour with Johnny and Deuce. I don't even know how many times. I'm pretty sure I'm still the reigning champion of being on there. But now I always love going on to a new podcast because you never know what you're going to get. You never know how it's going to feel, the way things are going to move. And the way I run out of things to say. There we go. I would be down for that. We could definitely schedule that one in. Kyle Nunez over in Holland suggests maybe have him and Terry on a show. That way, if Kyle runs out of things to say, Terry can take over. So we could definitely work into that one. to eat last night for our anniversary. Hardly anyone there. One of our favorite local places. Was so nice to go. Well, that's awesome, Kim. I'm so happy for you. I'm giving it a little bit more time. I think we're a little early on some things, and I think I'm just not ready yet. I've gone to like support local shops and stuff, and I go out to a certain extent, but just sitting down at a restaurant, I'm just not ready yet. So yeah, the art is taking a back seat. I am trying to sell what I have. I'm even willing to wheel and deal. So if there's a painting you really want, we can definitely chat, message me. All the paintings you see behind me that are up on these easels, these are all for sale. All the skinny ones run $200 plus shipping. Excuse me, that was disgusting. Plus shipping and handling. And then the two big ones are $300, same deal. So if you are interested in any of these paintings or any other paintings, if you want to see more what I have, head over to jbauerartshop.com. All the paintings are up there for sale. I think the only one that's missing up there right now is the Up House, because I keep forgetting to put it up. Weird, huh? So yeah, I'm working on building this show. I am working on building the logo stuff, which we will be talking about a little bit here in a minute. Because I have, what is this? Oh, that's neat. I can actually just randomly put that up. Now, how do I delete that? Look at that. That's cool. Cool. Good to know. I'm learning things. Hello, Jimmy Smith. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Let's see. I want all the paintings, but can't afford them. Oh man, you live in a much more populated area, though. Oh yeah. I'm definitely in the Longwood area. It's much more populated, so I will stick to just eating out by takeout. And I've got we're still building things here and there and getting things together. So, and just so everybody knows, if anybody's listening and trying to find a new way to get their brand, their whatever they got working on, a gaming thing, a local restaurant, this or that or the other, I am looking for sponsors for the show. Basically, I am trying to get a couple of sponsors, nothing crazy, 2 or 3 maybe, just right now to cover the cost of doing this show. There's a little bit of money going into running the eCam Live a month. There's also money going into hosting the podcast episodes, because I found a podcast host that I put the podcast right there, and it throws it all to the other things, so I don't have to learn about how to get approvals and all that good stuff. That's why I got on all the Apples and Googles and iHeartRadios so quickly, because I use this program. So that's money coming out of my pocket every month to run the show. So it would be, I appreciate it, Kyle. But yeah, I would love to get a couple of sponsors on here. I have to double check with him, but my youngest brother, I believe, is going to be one of the sponsors. And what we're going to do with his sponsorship, because he really doesn't have he doesn't have a shop or anything to plug for himself. So I think we're going to, with his sponsorship, we're going to plug a different charity every month. Hopefully he'll be able to find some, I'll find some, or take suggestions from everybody. And there will be a new podcast, or a new charity shout out every month for every episode. So it'll be, 1 month it'll be this one month it'll be that one. And my brother has been kind enough to be one of the sponsorships. So big shout out to my youngest brother, Corey. You guys saw him on the last episode. And hopefully I'll be able to get another sponsor here soon. I may reach out once everybody gets on their feet a little bit more to a couple of the restaurants and places that I worked with. I don't need much. Trust me, it's really cheap. You can get, screw it, I'll say it out loud. You can get a month sponsorship for my show for $25. That will get you 4 episodes for the month. And you will be at the top of every episode and probably at the end. I'm still trying to figure out how to do my commercials. I will do them live here on Facebook Live. And then I probably will do pre-recorded ones on the podcast version, the audio version. Because I'm trying to clean that up and everything and get that sounding like super professional, as professional as Josh can do. Hey, Ryan, good to see you, sir. Thank you for popping in. Let's see. I need another drink. So, yeah. So, let's talk about the logos. So, I'm sure many of you have seen the logos that I'm about to show. If you're watching this in the or listening to this in the audio thing, I do apologize. You can either head to facebook.com/JBauerart to see all these pictures or this particular episode and see everything that is, what do you call it? See what I'm going to be showing, or you can head over to the Hangin with Web Shows YouTube channel over at the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel. The Back Talk with Bauer episodes, every episode goes there live at noon on Thursdays, and you can check that out and actually see all these images that I'm about to show. But yeah, if you're watching this and if you're a new business, a local person, any kind of business that's starting up that needs a logo, graphic design stuff, business cards, flyers, banners, whatever you need that graphic design wise, I can create it for you. Except for web design stuff, I'm not very good at that. My schooling messed up on that one. Anyways, note to self: no bad words on podcast. No, there's definitely bad words. We said the F word twice last week, and it was both me. So I try to keep it to a certain extent clean, but sometimes I get a little excited and cause a little bit of trouble, and the F word just comes out. So yeah, I don't keep that clean of a show. But yeah, if you're looking for some kind of logo thing or anything like that, I'm going to show some logos that I have just recently recreated. Oh my God, excuse me. I have to add one more here. So we'll actually show this one off first because it's, yeah, right in the middle. I like how it's so subtle. Let's see. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. We're going to hide this one now. All right. So, no, let's see. I'm missing more. Why do you think I'm not on, Kyle? Every other word is unlistenable. That's what I want, Terry. Garrett will eventually kill me one of these days, so I just like pushing the limits. But yeah, so this is another cool thing of the Ecamm Live, and I'm pretty sure you could do it on Be Live as well, but they do it a little bit differently, and I actually like how Ecamm does it on here. So I'm going to show a few different logos that I have been working on over the past little bit. I missed one. I should pop up one more. Oh, I didn't make it to the save. So, as I am talking and killing time, all these Facebooks that are up. All right, let's see. Bam, 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 bam. So, if you are interested in getting a logo, it is $250. Hey, Chad, how are you? It is $250 for a logo. I ask for $50 of that $250 as a deposit to begin with, unless I know you or we're friends or something like that. I give friends a little bit of discount. Oh, my Uncle Paul's watching. Hi, Uncle Paul. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for popping in. Bam, bam, bam. So I gotta just drop this in one more, and then we are going to close, and then we are going to. I'm learning things. I'm doing big boy things. Oh my God, it's terrifying. It's giant. Yeah, we'll get to this logo in a minute. So yeah, I have been having a really awesome time creating new logos. Yeah, there were more comments. We are not that different. GW will pop and kill all three of us. Yeah, pop will come and get us. So, I started getting into logo designing again. I went to school for it. I've done it a little bit here and there, kind of dropped off because the live painting was kicking off a bit more. And then we got into the Corona stuff. I was bored, and we were getting into CyberCon. CyberCon needed a logo. Hangin with Web Show asked me. I turned our old logo that was supposed to be like a big group logo called Hot Mess. I turned that into CyberCon's logo. And they kind of just kicked in this little bug. So in that, while we were working on everything, we realized that the amazing Amelia, Harlequin Arts and Crafts, I hope I got that. Cosplay and Crafts? Harley Quinn Arts Cosplay and Crafts. Somebody write it down. I always mess it up. I appreciate you checking in from Alaska, Uncle Paul. That is awesome. It's so cool that like everybody listens from everybody everywhere, and I can get people to watch the show from other states and stuff. I actually was looking through the podcast stats because I have a little bit of them. Some people have listened, and somebody listened to my show in China. Hey, Dan, good to see you, sir. Thank you for popping in. I greatly appreciate it. Dan is a longtime fan, and he owns several pieces of my art, so it's good to see you, sir. But yeah, somebody in China listened to the show. I don't know how long they listened, and I don't know how well it worked, but that was pretty awesome. So big shout out to whoever listened in China. But yeah, so with the logo work, I realized that Amelia did not have a logo, and that was just, we needed a logo for her on the big screen that had everybody's logo a part of it, because we wanted to make sure people knew who was all a part of this and building this up and everything. So let's see, where is it? So this is the logo I created for Amelia. I can't wait to see how this pops up. Oh, look. It doesn't take much to entertain me, folks. It really doesn't. So I created this logo for Amelia. It is actually a vector art creation of one of her profile pictures. I have seen this picture a few times through social media and all of her posting, and I thought it was fantastic looking. And I'm like, I can make a logo of that. So I basically built all these vector pieces, all these pieces out of like vector shapes to create this logo for Amelia. And then that signature XOXO Harley Quinn Arts is Amelia's signature as Harley Quinn cosplay. Oh, that's awesome. The indie music spotlight of Hanging with Web Show is very big in Italy. So that's awesome. So yeah, I created this for Amelia and got it over to her, and she absolutely loves it. She loved it so much that she contacted me a week or so after CyberCon and wanted another logo. She is bored sitting at home just like everybody else. She wants a new way to create content, a new way to entertain people, because she's a very big entertainer, and she's amazing at everything she does. And she wanted to create a new show called The Haunted Harlequin. And she kind of wanted to make the two logos look a bit alike, kind of the similar branding, and get them a little bit closer but different. Wow, look at that, how far your online production has come since then. Yes, thank you, Dan. It's slowly but surely getting there. Very slowly. But yeah, I created this logo. This logo was so fun to work on. I had a blast. I tried a couple ideas, really weren't feeling them, and it was just kind of trying some stuff, throwing it out there, mixing it up, and then this popped in my head, and I absolutely love this logo. And just to let you know, if you go over to Harley Quinn Arts Facebook page, Kyle Nunez just posted it in there, you can go to her website and you can purchase t-shirts, stickers, mugs, and I think a few other items with these logos on there. So you're not just supporting Amelia, you're also supporting me. I believe I will be ordering either one of the shirts or one of the mugs or both in the very near future. I know, the online celebrity. Oh yeah, totally, the online celebrity. But yeah, I absolutely love this logo. It is so cool. It just it works so perfectly. So I will be getting a mug or something of it very soon, especially some stickers. I gotta sticker up my box a little bit more. Hey, my brother Jesse's watching. Hi Jesse, how are you? Since you're watching, Jesse, stay on, because I'm actually going to show off your logo next. So we're going to jump forward a little bit. This is actually a logo I created just this past week. We were up in North Carolina at the Outer Banks, and there was a couple of like mornings and evenings that we were just kind of chilling out around the house. We weren't really doing anything. And if you guys, the people that are watching right now, know me well enough, I get a little twitchy. And my hands have to do something. Hence why I hold the deck of cards in my hands through all the episodes. It helps keep me focused, helps keep my hands busy. And gotta remember to breathe once in a while. So I was getting a little twitchy at my house, or at the house, and Jesse and I were talking about logos. And I actually promised to create him a logo years ago, and I never did it. So he created his own little makeshift logo, and it looked good, but he's an online gamer. He's going to try to build it back up again. He plays online, so you can watch him on Twitch. And then I believe he also has a YouTube channel that you can catch it on there afterwards, and he posts up different clips and everything like that. Yes, my shirt is awesome. It is duck pizza. Let's see. My wife and I thought of a big project for you. Oh, okay, Dan. Let me know. We can definitely talk. We'll see what's going down. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so he wants to bring the show back, and he needed a nice new version of the logo. I was originally just going to recreate his logo so he had a nice clean version, because he had like a weird pixelated one. Hi Alfred, how are you? So yeah, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, we could do more with this logo. And I started telling him the ideas of what I'm having and everything. He goes, yeah, go for that. So I created this logo here. I gotta remember which hand to use. So it is his the top thing. It is a GG, standing for good game. I guess that's what writers or gamers reply to each other. Looking to do an all Star Wars characters like your DC one. Oh, buddy, that might be interesting. Hey, Brandon, good to see you, sir. Long time no see. We can definitely chat, Dan. We will message me either later tonight or later this week whenever you have some time. Oh, very cool, Terry. I can't wait to see your logo. That'll be great. So yeah, I decided to do this like crazy background thing behind it. Make sure the GG and the goofball JB gaming was the brightest thing or the most darkest thing. You got some Xbox controllers, you got 2 mouses, keyboards, some buildings, and then I was looking at his GG and I flipped it around. I'm like, that looks like a Space Invader. So I have it flipped around with the background of like the Space Invader shooting down and exploding some buildings, almost like Independence Day or something. And then at the very bottom it says, I was going to put established 2019, but I'm like, no, gaming since 2019. I thought that would be pretty cool. So yeah, make sure to hit up Jesse's YouTube and Twitch channel. He just popped them in there. Yeah, he gave me free range, which is the best way to make me work. Give me a little bit of ideas. I need a little bit, like, here we go, and then just let me have my fun, and you get a really cool logo. You see Eduardo in the background. Yes, you do. It is actually a bunch of them. It is Eduardo and a bunch of the not Fairly Odd Parents, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. It's for sale if you're interested, sir. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Brandon. Brandon's big into the retro video games. He helps out Free Play Florida all the time. An awesome local gaming event here in the Orlando area. So if he can see it, I am very happy with that. So yeah, that was the logo I just created last week for my middle brother Jesse. So please go check him out. Another logo I got into was Michael O'Grady. He was on episode 4. If you want to go back and listen. And O'Grady just started his podcast. It's Michael O'Grady and the Creatives. And we were chatting. He posted up a kind of a logo thing, and I loved it. He did a little drawing himself. I'm like, I can make that into a workable logo for you. And I did. It took a little bit of work, a little learning on some new things, how to play with stuff a little bit differently. But it came out amazing. He absolutely loves it. It's so cool to see him post up the stuff for all his channel and everything because I see my logo I created for him. I'll be doing some more stuff for him down the road, I believe. And then I believe I'm going to be a sponsor on his show for a couple of months. I don't know if I'm on there yet or not because I haven't caught a new episode yet. But go check out my buddy O'Grady. And let's see, there's more comments. Thank you, broski. Love you too, buddy. It was good to see you. I miss you already. And I really wish I didn't come back from vacation because life. I'll get with you on the Star Wars painting. I need a business card logo. Would you be interested? I can put your info on the back of the card. Yes, Dan, I am interested. Let's chat about all the things. The painting may wait a little bit. I am not painting a ton right at the moment. But the Star Wars thing sounds really cool, so we can definitely chat. But I would definitely work on the logo, so we can chat either after this or later this week. Just get with me. I've got a couple more logos here to show. Crap! It came back up. So I actually just finished this one right before vacation. This was a Fighting Ibis Farms. The owner and the runner of Fighting Ibis Farms is a fellow Tom and Dan BDM. Shout out to Tom and Dan and all the amazing BDMs in the world. I posted that I'm looking to do some graphic design work and available to work with people. So Chris over at Fighting Ibis reached out because they're starting to grow their business more and get things moving and grooving, and they needed a nice new professional logo. This was super fun to work on. I'll tell you what, the wind vane, weather vane, that's the word I'm looking for, was a pain in the ass to make, but I actually did the ibis bird thingy first and then created the rest down. And I really love it. I got Miami Hurricane colors into the thing, and it actually looks great. Because after I had it all done, set up, and made, he's like, "Hey, could you put Miami Hurricane colors in there?" I'm like, maybe. But I made it work perfectly. The orange is like a sunset kind of color for behind the wind veil. Or weather veil, or whatever the hell it's called. And then I got the green for the Fighting Ibis, so that stands out on its own. So yeah, and it was so cool to work on this. And then I actually have 2 logos that are up for sale. If anybody is interested or listening to this and looking for new logos, I have all the time in the world, buddy, for the Star Wars painting. Sweet. I'll get with you later in the week. Also, move to NC. Way easier for me to get your work. I don't plan on moving anytime soon there, Dan, unless a job opportunity opened up in North Carolina. I really liked North Carolina. It was pretty cool. We were in the Outer Banks. I was actually just in your area, kind of. I don't know where you're at in the North Carolina, but we were just in the Outer Banks this past week for a full week, and I got to check out OBX and Duck, and I went to Duck Pizza. I had to buy this shirt. Here, I'll show you the back. Let's see, can you see it? So side story real quick. I was in a town called Duck, North Carolina. I ate at a burger place called Duck Burger because it was in Duck Town and on the street of Duck. So that was first really entertaining place, and like all these places were different duck things and everything. We were at this we were looking for food, and I'm searching food, and I was really hankering for pizza, and we found Duck Pizza. It was amazing. Huge shout out to Duck Pizza. They were really nice, very cool, very helpful, and man, their food was amazing. So if you're ever in the Outer Banks or in Duck, North Carolina, go to Duck Pizza. It is phenomenal. Just had a thought about a Star Wars painting. Luke Skywalker stepping out and facing down the entire First Order with a laser sword. That would be really cool. We want an update on Bunny and the Harley Quinn mobile. Okay, we'll get to that. Hey, Mama Humphrey, good to see you, sir. Oh, I think I know where that is. Not sure where that is in retrospect to Outer Banks, Dan, but nice. Did you have duck meat? They didn't have duck meat. They had some weird ones. Bunny had a really spicy pizza. I smelled it and my nose burned, and I wasn't trying that. So let's see. It's like it was like being in Duckburg. I'll have to check the area. Oh, gotcha. Definitely go to Duck. Duck's a really cool little small town that has a lot of different shops and everything. Go to Duck Pizza and Duck Duck Burger. And then the Outer Banks was really cool. It was a whole really cool area. I really suggest if you're looking for a vacation spot that's pretty chill on the beach, but you're looking for some cool stuff to do, go check out the Outer Banks and Duck. It's fantastic. I cannot wait to go again. And we had a really nice time. So let's do the 2 other logos that I have for sale, and then I'll give you an update on the Bunny's Harley Quinn car. So these 2 logos that I'm about to share are for sale. If you need any more information, looking for, you need something or want to actually discuss about buying one of these, let me know. So this one is more for like a musician. I could probably tweak it up to something else, but this is kind of like a musician logo that I've had in stock for a little while now. And we can change up the colors. We can add your name whichever way you like. We could put more music notes, kind of whatever you're looking to do. And I could probably tweak it up a little bit. But if you're interested, please let me know, and we'll talk pricing and everything like that. So there's that logo. Again, I'm sorry if this is a little boring for people that are just listening to the podcast, but just trying to test this new stuff out so the live feeds go really well. I want to make sure everything's sounding great, and we'll get to more interesting episodes next week. So, and then this last logo's for sale. This is a cool design I came up with late last year, and we can tweak all kinds of different things. Your name in the handwritten stuff. We can do your logo in a couple of different spots. We can even change some of the lettering. But it's a cassette tape. This would be another musician podcast or something. I'm sure a bunch of different people could use it. If it does not sell in a little bit, there were no ducks in Duck. It was weird. I didn't see one duck in Duck, but I saw a duck in the Outer Banks, in the ocean. Who knew ducks hung out in oceans? But thank you, Jesse, for reminding me. There were no ducks in Duck. It would have been really cool if I was sitting at Duck Duck Burger in Duck on Duck Street and a duck crossed Duck Street. I don't think you can get any more duck than that. I'd have to be wearing my duck shirt, though. Now, if you're really smart and you know me very well and you know my favorite swear word, you would probably know why I like duck. But yeah, so this logo is really cool. If nobody buys this logo in the next couple of months, I am going to tweak it and try to make it a JBauerart shirt or some kind of shirt design for me, because I want this as a shirt. But I'm still trying to sell it because, money. So if you're interested, if you're a musician, creator, something to do with music, audio, anything like that, and you're listening to this, watching this, and looking for a logo, hit me up, facebook.com/JBauerart. I gotta learn to breathe better. You may need to educate the younger folks yeah, probably. Jesse knows what a cassette tape is. I believe in him. So yeah, that is between the podcast and the logo design, that's kind of what I've been focusing on. I've been looking into taking some online classes or trying to learn a little bit more of graphic design, Photoshop, podcasting, video editing, and what's the other thing? Oh, I want to try to get in, I'm trying to get some, certifications for office website stuff, or Word and Excel and all that stuff. So I'm trying to work on myself a little bit, because we're still not going and doing stuff. In all honesty, I will not probably be at any conventions this year. I know a couple are going to be happening later this year, which good luck to them. I hope everybody is safe. I hope everybody does what they need to do. But I don't think a convention should happen right now. In all honesty, we're still not out of the woods from everything that is going on, and I just don't feel comfortable going, and neither does my wife. I actually have to really think of her, because she works in the medical field, so we got to watch what we do. So I will probably not be at any conventions this year. How many times can Josh say duck in one sentence? I was trying. Make one with an 8-track logo. There we go. I was trying to get as many ducks into one sentence as possible. I think I did pretty good. So yeah, the update on the Bunny's Harley Quinn car. That's fun to say, Harley Quinn car. So if you guys have not seen it, the poofy tail, the bunny, my wife purchased a brand new 2020 Kia Soul right before our vacation because we are good at timing. But she snagged a new car, and she got a red one, and I am allowed to decorate it and design it, and I am turning it into a Harley Quinn car. If you have not seen the design, go over to Facebook, go over to Instagram, type in JBauerart, and you will be able to find the bunnies, the concept of the car. It is, I've designed stuff. I could do a good amount. I had free reign, but I had to get it approved, and I had to keep it slightly subtle. Inside, I can do whatever the hell I want. On the outside, she wanted it a little bit subtle, and not as crazy as the Batmobile. So, tried to say Iris Rich. Nope, can't do that. Iris Wishwash. No, I feel you for the guys. On this. Yeah, and that's I feel terrible for my friends and for my fellow creators for the all the conventions and everything like that. I don't even know how some of these guys are doing it, because some of these guys are not like me. I have a full-time day job, do the art stuff on the side for shits and giggles. Some of these guys, that is their very livelihood, and I know a lot of them are hurting right now. So the conventions have to come back to be able to help them, but I don't need to go. So I will stay home. Can't wait for Amelia to take the pics. Yes, once the car is done, Amelia will be taking pics. I think we're gonna set up a whole photo shoot thing, and see if we can find a photo taker, or I'll take the photos or something, and get together and we'll get pictures. I do have some pictures with her and the JBauerart Batmobile, but the bunny Harley Quinn Beal. That's hard. That's not right. I gotta figure out a name for her car. But her car will work perfectly. We'll get that all set up. I did find her. I don't have them on hand. But in the Batmobile, I have little rubber Batman symbols that are in the cup holders, and they sit there. So you got more Batman in the cup holders and everything. I found, because I couldn't find Harley Quinn art or Harley Quinn ones, but I found ejector ones. So it's red and it looks like an ejector button. So that'll be her cup holders. Found those in the Outer Banks. So slowly but surely building her car up. I did find out that I have just enough vinyl to do her car. So I actually have to get with my buddy Sammy, who helped me lay everything down for the Batmobile, and get with him to set up a time to, because I need some help putting it on there. He's professionally trained in everything to put the stuff on the car. I have a decent idea, but there's a couple of spots that I want his help, because I did this long strip of black that has different things in it at the bottom of the car. I got to figure out how to lay that on there. I don't know if I should go with the car or this or... All right, Dan, good seeing you, sir. Let me know, get with me, and we'll chat about all the stuff that you need, so that'll be awesome. And big shout out to Dan for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Breathing is such a bitch when you're trying to do all the talking. So yeah, the bunny mobile is happening. It's coming along. It is fully designed. It is all ready, like placed. I can all do it on the vinyl. So basically, getting back into work this week, getting into the flow of things, back at my day job, and then going from there. This weekend, I am actually updating my website. There's some old stuff that needs to get off of there. Some pictures that need to change. All the logos are really old now, and kind of like basic crap that I used to do, and I do stuff better now. Oh, hey, Kristen McHale, good to see you. One of my high school people, so good to see you, Kristen. Kristen. Trying to think. It's been a while since I've heard. I don't know. Anyways, good to see you. Get Cosplay Michael to dress as Robin next to your car and have... That would be very cool, Kyle. Yeah, maybe once we're... I think Hangin was still social distancing a bit. I'm not sure. I've got to get with them now that I'm back, because we've been wanting to do a video thing. And they're actually another group that I want on the Facebook page, or on the show. I would be a Batman universe. Yeah, it would be. So yeah, So yeah, focusing on the podcast, growing that, trying to get that thing going. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, please go hit the subscribe buttons on wherever you get your podcast. Just type in Back Talk with Bauer and you will be able to find my podcast really quick. Whoa, God. Things are falling. I need a stand for my phone, apparently. Thank you for Charity. I think my girlfriend's, or my little brother's girlfriend just shared my post, so greatly appreciate it. So yeah, let's see what else. Okay, let's talk upcoming guests. Hi Charity, how are you? No llamas. So yeah, upcoming guests next week, June 16th. I am gonna have Christian Basil from Legends of the Traveling Tardis. He's going to be my first official guest back into the swing of things. We're going to have him on, talk about his his convention career, how Legend of the Traveling Tardis started, how things have worked, progressed, and all that good stuff. I have known Christian for a long time. I don't even know how long. We'll have to ask him that. I kind of just started working with him because of Hanging With, but I think I knew him before that, or at least met him a few times beforehand. So I don't know a ton of his background. We kind of just keep falling into groups of working together or doing different things or doing... hey, Lisa, good to see you. Thank you for popping in. So Christian and I just end up like falling into stuff together and working together, so it'll be cool to chat with him and kind of learn more about what is Legend of the Traveling Tardis. I will be honest, I am not a big Doctor Who fan. I just never got into it. I tried to watch a few episodes here and there with Kayla, and just was never my thing. So I have not listened to his show too much. I've caught things here and there, but I would, that's kind of the other thing about this podcast is I'm learning things about my friends. I learned a bunch of stuff about Amelia that I never knew about when I had her as the very first guest. So yeah, Christian Basil will be on June 16th. Then June 23rd, I am actually having an artist. I am going to talk to a fellow artist. I realized when I was gearing up to get guests and everything, I'm like, I haven't had a good an artist to come in on the show and talk. And now that I have this fancy new setup, I can actually put in pictures of their artwork. So that'll be very cool. So I am going to have artist Eric Pabon. He is a fellow BDM from the Tom and Dan podcast, and we actually got to work an event together before the pandemic. We did the celebrity foot golf tournament for Tom and Dan, and that's when I actually got to meet him in person. We talked back and forth. I gave him some advice because he's a little bit newer to the art scene and especially the convention scene, which I'm guessing he hasn't been able to follow any of that advice because right afterwards all hell broke loose. So I'm really looking forward to Eric Pabon. He has done some amazing designs for Tom and Dan, some other amazing artwork, Star Wars stuff, Batman stuff, all kinds of things. So he sent over a few different images. So he will be on June 23rd. And then I am waiting for confirmation. This one's still up in the air. Artist of video games. That does not count, sir. You're a video game man. So I've had 2 cosplayers, an actor. I've had another podcast. I've had a redneck. That's Corey. I have had a musician and video game man, and I have had another musician and actor. So yeah, I've had good amount of people except for a artist. So I'll be breaking that one soon. And then June 30th, I am hoping to have the awesome folks of Kingdom of Comics, the owners, Jason, and I always blank on his wife's name. That's why I'm going to write it down when we actually do the show. I apologize. I am sorry. I am terrible at names. And I talk to Jason more on Facebook. But Kingdom of Comics, you guys have heard me talk about them before. They're down in Melbourne, Florida. I have been working with them over the past few months. I've gone down to their comic shop, live painted, done some different things with them. I actually been buying my comics from them. They have been so nice to ship them up. They actually got me the 2 books of the Vader Marvel comics that just recently dropped, and they were so nice. They came in, they were having some problems with the distributor. They came in the week before I was going on vacation. They're like, hey, we could get these to you. I'm like, is there any chance that you could give them to me before I go on my vacation? Because I could read them while I'm on vacation. They're like, oh, yeah, no problem. So I read the first one while sitting on the deck, listening to the ocean right across the spot from me, and it was fantastic. So big shout out to Kingdom of Comics, and hopefully I will have them on in June 30th. And talk about the comic shop. I know how they kind of got into it. I know where they came from. They actually bought all their inventory from Vieira Comics that I used to work with for so long. So it'd be really cool to chat with them and kind of see how all that process worked, what they have been doing. They work with local artists. They do some really cool things at their shop that I have even gotten to be a part of. And I'm sure as soon as they are allowed to have more people in it, they'll be doing some more things. I'm hoping to get down there again soon. Maybe I can actually take the podcast and do another live podcast there and cause some problems. I know they have all kinds of people that come in, so maybe we could do this crazy roundtable thing. Who knows? I am trying to do everything and anything with this podcast, and Jesse is not being a pest. He's just being Jesse, and that's totally fine, and we still love him for that. So yeah, that is the next few weeks. I'm kind of booking like three weeks ahead. I'm not going crazy because I know there's going to be times where I just need a Tuesday night off or something. But yeah, so like I said, I have a whole list of people that I want to be on. I'm trying to mix it up so different people are interested. I want to work in a one of my episodes to be a podcast super show. If I can't do it on a Tuesday night, I may even do like an extra special or a special show and do the podcast super show on a Saturday night or something. Excuse me, so we can all stay up late and have some fun. Hi, Dina. How are you? Thank you for popping in. Another high school friend. So it's always great for you guys to popping in. How many? I can't believe I actually filled an hour. I was a little nervous that I wouldn't be able to do a full hour by myself, but apparently I don't shut up. So yay me. Just a heads up, next Tuesday we're going to start at 7:30 because Christian does his recording until about 7. So give him a little bit of a break, and then Christian and I from Legends of the Traveling Tardis will be going live at 7:30. I hope you guys liked. I did figure out a way that I can put up like a big reminder thing, so you can set a reminder when this is going to go live. I am really liking Ecamm. I am definitely feeling it. And I can even set this up to get it ready to go beforehand. So I think when like Eric Pabone's going to be on, I'm going to get all of his images loaded up on here so I can just hit the button and show all of his artwork. If you would like to be a guest, if you think you could be a guest, or trying to get your local business, art, anything out there, and think you can go, I'm pretty easy to talk to, and we can go back and forth, and I make it easy. I just have a nice chill conversation. It's just you and I BSing with a few people watching, and then hopefully hundreds upon thousands listening. Don't let that freak you out. It's only about 2 right now. But anyways, so please go like, share, all that good stuff. Go subscribe. I am on Apple. I am on Google. I'm working on Google Play. I haven't figured that one out yet. If there is a podcast thing I'm missing, I'm on iHeartRadio and Spotify. If there is one I'm missing, if I'm not on your favorite one, please let me know and I will figure out how to get on there. If it's not on the easy to hit one button list, we will have to figure it out. If you want to buy some artwork, honestly, if you guys could buy some artwork, buy a painting, buy some prints, I may even do a sale coming up here real soon on the prints and the paintings. There's some stuff I need to buy for the podcast. So that would be really cool. I want to get some stickers made for the podcast so I can start getting them on people's vehicles to help spread the word on that one. Bring back Monster on the podcast. Maybe I'll bring Monster on the podcast. We'll see. But yeah, I'm trying to, get some different things here and there. I don't think I need to get a mic now because this one seems to be working pretty well. I may have to lift the computer up a little bit more because it's like right here. But yeah, I'm trying to get some more money in here and there. So if you want to buy a painting or if you just want to donate it, I do have to figure out how to put a better description in the podcast stuff. That's another thing I'm working on. Car magnets are very expensive. I looked into car magnets from somebody when we were doing the creative hangout, and they were not cheap. And if you go like the cheap end that some people do, they fall apart really easily, and I hate doing things like that. It's definitely on the table. I would love to do car magnets. I just have to figure out how to afford it. Because if I can get a sponsor for that or something, that would be fantastic. These magnets brought to you by blah blah blah. So that is definitely a thing. I can afford stickers right now, so we'll start there, and then we'll work our way up. I know my brothers and my dad want stickers for the back of their vehicles so they can show off the car. My dad has on both of my dad and my stepmom's trucks. They have stickers of a bunch of different stuff. They just got the JBauerart parental advisory shirt stickers, so they're gonna stick those on there. So yeah, I think we're gonna do stickers first. They're a little bit more affordable, and then we will go from there. Other than that, head over to JBauerart, like all the stuff: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. You can catch the live videos of all of this going on there. If you want any logos or want a logo or have questions about the art, please hit me up on any of the social media or email me at jbauerart@gmail.com. And you can find the replays of this show over at the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel. It should be up Thursday at noon. I still have to drop my brother's the Wednesday episode too. So hopefully by the end of this week or next week, everything's going to be up to date. So the new stuff will drop right after the episodes, or the couple days after, because it'll be Tuesday's the live show, and I think Thursday will be the YouTube, and Friday will be the audio version on all the podcast stuff. I'm also ordered. I just the first thing I paid for to get the podcast moving a little bit more, other than all the social media stuff. I bought like 5 different decks called Pod Decks. And it's a very cool company, and you could they are decks of cards with questions on them. They're a little bit more clean and probably a little bit better than the Ask the Internet questions that I've been trying to use. I found these again. These are the ones I originally wanted. I got the full set. So there's 2 different ones of interview questions, there's episode ideas, and then 2 other ones of like would you rather and some other deck of like question type things. So hopefully I'll be getting those in the next week or 2, so we'll be using those on the show. So big shout out to Pod Decks for listening in on all the social media so I could finally find them, because I tried to find them when I first ordered stuff and they were totally gone and disappeared. So yeah. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Again, if you want to sponsor the show, this is where your last shout-out sponsorship would come in at the end of the episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed me rambling. Tune in next week when I have Christian Basil from Legends of the Traveling Tardis in on the episode. We're going to do it live. We're going to Skype him in, and cross your fingers it all goes well. Till then, stay safe, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.